Hello, everyone.
Howdy.
It's William and Andrew here from Allegory Gallery. Thank you for joining us today.
Forgot somebody.
Oh, and Gertie, too.
Special guest. Gertie.
Special guest Gertie Thornton Jones. Yeah, Gertie's been hanging out with us today at Star Cottage Studio a little bit. And she has been helping us make a new Halloween kit. She's been helping us pick some things out for showing you all today, and she's been generally exploring the cottage today. So she's having a really good time here with us, and it's been fun having her around today. Kimberly's headed into a meeting, but wanted to say hi. Hello, Kimberly. Have a good meeting. Suzanne is here saying hello, everyone. We're having a low humidity day, and it's wonderful. That's awesome for you all. I'm glad you're finally getting some break in your weather. It's been nice here today. It's been, I think, like 70 something today. It's registering as 67 actually right now. I think 70 something was the high. All of the cats and I went out earlier today, and we spent a good chunk of the morning just kind of out together and hanging out, and I let them out for an extended period today a little bit. Andrew had a few things that he was working on inside, so he was working on those, and we went outside and roamed around, and Gertie was being a very adventurous explorer out in the yard today, so we figured that maybe she'd like to explore the cottage. So she's also the best car rider. She doesn't yell in the car, she doesn't get sick in the car, so she got a chance to come up here today. This is her first time ever exploring the cottage. Hi, Gertie. You want to say hi to everybody? There she is. Beautiful Gertie girl. Huh. We were just dancing a little bit earlier before the show. She was dancing with me. Huh. Yeah, she's been a good girl today. So this is Gertie, and maybe she'll be a work buddy for a little bit every once in a while here at the cottage. She's also a shoulder rider. She likes to ride on my shoulders, don't you? So Gertie's been hanging out with us, helping us make some stuff, finding some stuff for us, and just generally being a little pal today at the cottage.
She's worried about where her sisters are, though.
Yeah, she is. She's doing a lot of crying right now, worried about, I think, her sisters. Like, where is everybody else?
But she's also enjoying herself.
Yeah, she is by herself.
She's like rolling around,
She's
dancing
kissing
with
on
you.
everything, dancing with me, rolling around.
I would show you the pictures of them dancing, but it looks like he's choking her out.
Yeah, I would go like this, and she'd like jump up and like
dance on her 2 feet.
Dance on her 2 feet. We should have taken a video of it. But every time it looks like I'm like strangling her because she keeps jumping up and throwing herself at me. Marianne is here. Hello, Marianne. Let's see here. Lucky Cat. Yeah, look, it looks like I'm strangling her, but she was dancing with me. Suzanne says, what a special gift from Gertie, right? She's a cutie. Marianne says, it's 85 here. You're warm up there. We are cooler here today. The weather is not humid today. We've had the windows open in the house all day. We went out with the cats, like I said, in the morning, and it was nice and cool outside. It was sunny but cooler, which was really nice. And yeah, otherwise we have just been having a busy day here at the cottage, working on lots of things as usual. I've been making some reels, doing some social media, working on shipping and packing. Andrew's been working on lots of emails and catching up on things and meetings. Oh, hello, baby. And
I also have been organizing.
He's been organizing like crazy here.
So there's a lot to do.
So we've been generally busy doing our thing, and it's been a delight having Gertie here to help. I wore my Gertie pin today. I don't know if you notice, like that. Get that in the camera picture, right? There we go. These pins are available on our website if you're interested. They're the Shadow Play Creature pins. I don't know which ones are still available, but there's a nice selection of Shadow Play Creature pins available on our website. Oh, hi. Come on, babe. And
you see where the pin inspiration came from? Look at those little handies.
uh-huh. Look at that.
She's so happy that she's get to show off.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Yes, she's very happy to be here, huh? Every day I come up, I say, we're going to work, Gertie, gotta go, gotta leave you. We're going to work. And she has no idea where we're going. Now she knows, huh? Yeah, now we go to work. Maybe you'll go to work with us more often, huh?
We'll see.
We'll see.
How much she sheds.
I'm already.
Oh no, I'm so super snorchy. I forgot. I took my allergy thing or my allergy pills not in my bag anymore. So
yeah, and I think I forgot to take my allergy pill today, which was not a good thing for me. All of my allergy pills.
I mean, I have Benadryl, but that's gonna make tonight ideal.
Knock you out. So who else is out there? How are y'all doing today? Sorry, I'm getting this arranged here.
Gertie says you don't like it how she fixed it.
I know, Gertie's fixing the tripod for me. So what's going on with all of you out there? It's an afternoon live here at Allegory Gallery. This is my pottery class day. And we used to still do the live in the evenings, but that really put a crunch on things a little bit. Andrew had to start them by himself, which isn't a big deal, but sometimes it's harder to do. And kind of, it's just easier if we can both be here and do it. So we do these on Wednesdays, generally in the afternoons. And so today we're going to take a look at, again, we're going to review some of our previous year's Halloween kits that are in the online store. We've had a few orders from those in the online store since last night. So we thank you all so much for taking a look at those.
Thank you.
There are some really great ones still left in the online store, and we're going to cover a few of those today. I have those sitting back here. Andrew whipped up a new one for today. So we've got a brand new Halloween kit for you all that's going to debut here. We've been debuting one new kit at least every live this week. Yesterday was a fall kit. The day before on Monday, nobody liked the fall kit. Forget about it. Don't even review it. Don't even look at it. Just gonna go change it. It's gonna be different. It's no one. And on Monday we did a new Halloween kit, which we did have a number of people grab those. At the end of this week, I will put all of the kits that we've debuted in the online store. Probably. Maybe Sunday, actually. We'll see. Because we're going to be away on Saturday. Andrew has a class in Pittsburgh that he's teaching on mold making and resin pouring. That class is almost full. We have 7 students in the class. The max is 8. Unless anybody has signed up, if you would like to take that class, there should still be maybe 1 seat available.
Okay.
Andrew's like, that's okay. But there is, if you've been like, I must have that class, you can still sign up on Contemporary Craft's website. That's a Contemporary Craft in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, up on Butler Street in Lawrenceville. So if you'd like to come hang out with us, there's a seat left. So we'll be doing that on Saturday. That means that Allegory Gallery will be closed on Saturday. Because it's just easier if I go to help Andrew, especially with this class, because it is a slightly Gertie, it is a slightly intensive class.
It'll be fine.
I mean, but it
is one of those ones that it is easier to have help.
Yeah. So the store will be closed on Saturday. We will be open on Friday and Sunday though, during our normal hours, from 11 to 6. I think my mom and aunt might be coming to visit maybe on Friday.
Really?
Maybe. We'll
She
see.
can pick up her.
She can pick up her birthday presents. Yeah. And oops, let's see here. Kimberly says, I need a contrasting color for the fall kit. I couldn't come up with something. It's brown. You got lots of stuff. You got lots of stuff. We know you can come up with a. You could do some purples. You could do some greens. You could do some reds.
Contrast. Contrast would probably be like a cream.
You could do some cream. Hi, Gertie.
Boy, she is getting to be a camera hog.
I know. She loves it.
We knew that she was. We knew Tallulah was.
Afternoon, also, Sandra. Hello, Sandra at Sweet Pea Gemstones. Thank you for joining us today. Oh, you just love the camera, don't you, Gertie?
Okay, let's hug for the camera.
So
She's like, no.
That's happening this weekend. And what else is going on? So probably on Sunday, I will debut the new kits in the online store for those of you who for those of you who haven't caught them live or prefer to order online. Some people just prefer to use the online store, and that's great too. Those will be available. Whoa, what's that?
That's why it's there.
That's why it's there. That's right. Kimberly says, okay, I'm sending you an email for it as soon as I rewatch to get the number. SLR31. SLR31. That's the kit. First sale of those.
It was pretty cute.
I thought it was really cute with those little acorns and that little hedgehog. But, you know, it's not for everybody, I guess.
Gertie's trying to toot it up in here. Make a Gertie flavor.
Gertie flavor? She's tooting? She does that sometimes. Excited. She does do that when she gets excited.
I don't know about this. Love the donut hole, Gertie.
Oh, no. Hi, babe.
She
says, don't embarrass me.
Are we shaming each other on camera?
She says, is that what we do here? Oh. Ah. Hello, Susan. Thank you for joining us. Oh, hanging out with your daddy.
Okay, I have to hold you for the next couple hours. Her eyes just got so huge.
Look at you, put it right up so I didn't have to rewatch. Thank you. I know, right? It's right here. Anybody want one too? There's another. There it is again. Try and sell those kits. We want those kits to fly off the shelves, not sit around here and sit for next year. Marianne says acorns and a hedgehog. Sigh. I hate being broke. It happens. We know the feeling sometimes, but it is a super cute kit. And we've got a very nice Halloween kit for you tonight too. Or today. I keep saying tonight. We normally do these in the evenings. Night. It's almost night these days. The night comes much faster than we think these days.
I should have a papoose. For like the breastfeeding, maybe I'll go down mommy gear.
Get you one.
And then they'll be like, oh, you have a baby? And I was like, for my cat.
For my cat.
My La Leche group. Take Gertie to the La Leche group.
La Leche.
They have a breast. I don't know if they still have it, but there's a breast. It used to be a breastfeeding group called La Leche.
Mm-hmm.
And then be like, what is this person doing with the cat?
With the cat.
And like, she needs milk.
Marion says, I'll just pet Loki for solace, right?
Oh. Well, I'll pet Gertie.
Gertie's getting lots of pets today. So yeah, that is what's going on here. I'm not going to talk too long. We can talk more when I flip the camera, but we're going to flip the camera here right quick.
Oh, yeah.
So that we can show you some of the Halloween kits that we have from previous years, from years past, that are still available in the online store. We're going to show you a few of those, and then we're going to get into the lots because I have to go to my pottery class today. We can't dilly-dally. So let me flip the camera around here for y'all. Maybe. Doot. Doot. All right. Oh, I forgot to put up my mat. Look at this. Drawers, everybody. Everything in a place. Everything has a place.
Don't jostle them too hard. They're going to get the Get the Dramamine warning.
Get the Dramamine warning. I'm gonna have to have everybody take some Dramamine before the lives. This is one of the kits I really love. It is super cool, and each one of these ones is different. Let me jump into the.
I don't want to sell those.
What?
The ones with the glow in the dark?
You don't?
No, I want to keep them.
Oh, there's a lot of them.
No.
Okay, never mind, everybody. I'm not allowed to sell them. He didn't tell me this before the live. All right.
Are those online?
Yeah, of course they are.
We'll take it off.
I can't right now. I'll have to do it later. All right. So that changes this up. Let's see here. Let's do this one. Oh. And my camera keeps flipping. I don't know why it does this. All right. Let's do this one then. And where is this one? This one is right here. This is Halloween 2023 Inspiration Kit number 7 in our online store. This one is super cute. I think I've only got 2 of these left, as long as nobody's bought any today or yesterday. Oh, there goes my camera again. Don't tell me it's going to do this the whole time.
I wonder if there's a way to lock it.
There should be, but I don't know. I don't even know why it does that.
It's going to try to force you to be an influencer.
Yeah, I know. So this one comes with these vintage check glass dagger beads. So you get a whole bag of these. And then you get this awesome button, this pumpkin button. This is a vintage plastic, sparkly. It's sparkly, y'all. Sparkly pumpkin button. So you get that. And then Andrew threw in some of these Manique Indonesian beads. And then these are the Japanese glass. Which this is, whoa, Curdy. This is the, these aren't even listed on there because I didn't realize these were, I just have vintage glass, but these are actually Japanese. And then look at that. This is probably one of the coolest vintage check strands.
Isn't it neat?
That we have had. This green and black. Like, have you ever seen that before? No, me either, Gertie. Me either.
She says, I don't know.
She says, I don't know. Hi, babe.
Okay.
So.
How are we going to do this?
Oh, Gertie.
Am I going to have to take a quick trip home?
She'll be fine.
Deposit the child?
She'll be fine.
Show me the child.
She'll be just fine. So, these are about 12 millimeter. Marianne says yes in 2023, right? That's the only time you've seen them. And probably haven't seen them since. But they're perfect for Halloween. That green and black look. And that is the kit. That entire kit is only $14. We could probably charge you $14 for this strand alone with how unique it is. Like, that would be easy to charge $14 just for that. But you get everything else with it. $14 for the whole kit. Only 2 of those left in the whole world. Suzanne says, I have that kit. Love the green spiral beads, right? Aren't they awesome? Thank you for saying so. We think those are really special. So those are available. That's available in the online store. Again, that's Halloween 2023 Inspiration Kit number 7. If you're looking to find it in the online store, if you type that in, you should find it pretty quickly. Kimberly says, oh, wow, I love those spiral beads, right? Me too. Only 2 of those kits left. Maybe 1 if somebody ordered any today. I don't know. I have to check it out. I didn't get through all the online orders today. All right.
We're coming back tonight.
Of course, always.
So hopefully.
Halloween 2022 inspiration kit number 10 coming up. This one is super cool. I think there's only 4 of these left. This has these beautiful, oh, there goes the thing again. I'm gonna flip again.
I'm trying to see if you're serious.
I know. All right. So we have these red vintage check. I think these are vintage check, right? This is a long strand. Very long strand of these. So we have those. Hi, Gertie. And then we have these black vintage check beads. And then we have, these are Egyptian crystal. The Egyptian crystal in the red droplets, like blood droplets. And you get 4 of those.
Let me see those. Does it say Egyptian crystal?
Yep, that's what you told me. Egyptian crystal. And then
More blood.
More blood droplets in the vintage check. And then you get one of these vampire teeth charms. Kim says, oh cool, a vampire kit, right?
I would call this True Blood.
True Blood.
Yeah, I don't want to get in trouble for copyright.
No, don't do that. Do not get in trouble for that. And this kit is $24. $24. Lots of check glass in there, the Egyptian crystal, and the charm. $24. I think 4 of those available still. Get them while they're still available. And that is Halloween 2022 Inspiration Kit number 10. All right.
I wonder if she's going to get nervous with the dog.
I doubt it. She's a toughie. Now, this is one, let me find these. What did we call these ones? These were Raven cutout inspiration kits. So, we have these seed beads. These are vintage seed beads.
This is actually a project. It's a brick stitch fringe.
And this one is particularly Raven Cutout Inspiration Kit number 4. So we did this. Oh, there it switched again. Sorry, everybody. Just keep doing it. So we made these. Andrew designed this Raven cutout. And we cut it in this beautiful, sparkly, kind of midnight blue acrylic. We thought that was kind of very Halloween-y, festive. And then you get these 2 multicolor glass beads. They're check, which really match well with these. And then you get the check glass vintage drooks with the metallic, the vintage crystal, long strand of vintage crystal, and the AG fine pewter toggle. And we have those. That is Raven Cutout Inspiration Kit number 4. It's $32. And Andrew did do a project with this where he made a fringe on this with brick stitch with the seed beads. But you can use this kit for anything you'd like to. And Kimberly says, I want to buy the pendant. We did have the pendants separate. We may still have some. They're still listed. I have to check to see if we actually still have them. So they are available in the online store. This one was called Midnight, I believe. And if we do still have them, they're $10 each. So the pendants, if I am sold out,
You have to check and see if we have that acrylic stuff.
we'd have to see if we still have that acrylic. But I think I have some. I think I do have some of these in the drawer over yonder. So there we go. So you can get the kit for 32. You can get the pendant for 10. All right. Let's see here. Oh, Harry joined us. Hello, Harry. Susan says, love the Raven cutout. Isn't the Raven cutout cool? Andrew did a good job with that. We didn't sell a lot of those the first year, so.
I forgot I made that.
I know, right? So they are still available. Like I said, I'd have to see what I still have. Let me see. Let me go run real quick. If I have them, they should be pretty easy to find.
Bring me those small bags too while you're over there.
Okay.
Hopefully all of you are doing well out there, keeping busy, making lots of cool stuff. I've been enjoying seeing all the projects everybody has been posting. Don't forget, if you post hashtag AG Halloween, we're gonna, in the design challenge group, we're gonna search by the hashtag. You can post Halloween designs that you made before or Halloween designs that you made new, whatever you like. And we're going to do a random drawing on our creative make-along in October. And we'll have a little Halloween party. And so this way you can get lots of Halloween inspiration in right now. And it's fun to share. I know some of y'all really love Halloween, so I thought that would be a nice thing for folks who want to share the things they've made. I know I always look forward to it. It's one of my favorite times of year. It's particularly lovely. Well, it's usually nice here in Pennsylvania. Sometimes it snows on Halloween, which is not my favorite. But otherwise, usually it's really lovely. It's kind of cooler. You get the sweater weather out. I don't particularly like cold weather, but it's not too cold at that point usually. So it's pretty fun. William, did you get raptured?
I did get raptured. I knew I just saw some the other day, but I don't know where. I've been moving so much around. I know I saw one of those pendants at least somewhere in a bag, but
He gonna leave the screen blank.
that's all right. All right. Well, we might have them. We might have them somewhere.
They're probably at the house.
They might be.
They're on that shelf probably.
But
Because that's where I kept all the samples of those.
yeah, that might be where I've been seeing them. Somewhere I saw them. Because we have a wooden one, and I've been seeing that wooden one around, but I also been moving a lot of stuff around, so. But we can always cut more if we have the acrylic. Suzanne says, thanks, Andrew. I'd forgotten about the Halloween hashtag.
Yeah, do it.
Harry says, Halloween is my favorite.
Me too.
So we may actually, they are showing in the online store, but that does not mean that we definitely can make them again. We'll see. If you purchase them, like I said, the worst that's going to happen is I'm going to have to refund you.
No, I can just cut off the fringe.
Oh, if you don't get more than one. All right. This Halloween kit, let's see here. Let me find this one. This, Gertie, this was called Quagmire Magic. This is Halloween 2021 Design Challenge Kit, Quagmire Magic.
I use my SAT words, y'all.
And this one has a lot of beads in it, and it was only $24.
What?
And it's still only $24. Oh, the camera switched. I feel like when the camera gets jostled a little bit.
Gertie.
And I'm pretty sure there's at least one blue one in the store. Yes, but like I said, we often make those as made to order, and sometimes they don't get taken out. So that does not mean it's available, y'all. But
the thing about made to orders is we're getting away from doing made to orders.
Mhm.
We're trying to eliminate anywhere that we've had made to orders.
and there's a lot of stuff. So
So
as we comb through and find things,
part of the big reset that we did earlier was to get rid of all the made to order. So in theory, this is still in stock.
but does not mean it's available.
But anyways,
Yeah.
You make it sound so terrible, but it really it's you getting a back rider? It's a good thing you got that heavy sweater.
I know it's a good thing. What are you doing? She just ran up my back, this little girl.
Like a kitten. So you're not a freshborn.
I know, you're a little
Go
bit...
ahead, tap it. Grab its little foot and make it.
All right, everybody. So
She's not being an optimal coworker.
No, she wants to be seen on camera is what it is. Charlie is concerned about Gertie, says Suzanne. No need to be concerned.
She's having a time of her life.
Yes, she is. She's having a great time climbing me like a post.
Is Charlie worried that she's having too much fun?
So this starts with these beautiful check glass beads. These are very unique.
They're table cut.
Table cut?
Yeah.
And that
is it table cut or the other one's table cut?
The other ones are table cut. These are faceted.
So what they do is they apply the coating, and on the ends you can see the coating on the ends, and then they cut away with the facets,
and
then you can see the reveal.
And this is kind of a unique, like, kind of pill shape.
And it's opalescent glass too, so it's a little bit unusual in that way.
And then these ones are table cut.
And if you saw with Linka, she described how they make all the beads and they string them up on these these mandrels, and then they have a giant wheel, and then they grind down the sides.
Yeah.
So it's all hand done still.
Suzanne says, no, she heard Gertie meow and bopped my phone. That's cute. And then Gertie wants to talk on camera too. And then we have these check glass daggers, which are super cool.
And they're in that opalescent green as well.
And then these little fire polished minis in that green. And then these green in
Those
these
are
vintage triangles with the all-seeing eye in them.
That Illuminati.
The Illuminati pyramids. So you get those. And then look at this beautiful vintage check bead. Hi, babe. And then some, looks like, I think this is jade. Or serpentine. Jade? Jade. What did we list it as? Serpentine. Serpentine. And then these ones are blacklight glowing vintage check.
And the other ones are antique.
These are antique vintage
tubes.
check. And they glow under a black light.
This was, I thought, a good idea. She's sensing it. That her time is coming short. She just jumped into my lap.
Yeah, she's like, oh, I better settle down a little.
Just a little.
Just a little bit, huh?
Now
baby?
she's making dreamy eyes at me.
She's like, don't make me leave. She's like, don't kick me out of the workshop. So that is Quagmire. Was it Quagmire Magic or Halloween 2021 Design Challenge Kit? And there are only 2, I believe, of those available.
It's a good deal.
That's a really good deal for all of those beads. It's only $24, and it's available in the online store right now. Those ones we definitely got. They're there.
And that, it's Halloween in some of our Halloween collection, but it's not necessarily straight up Halloween.
No. And that's the thing, is there are a lot of these kits that don't have to be Halloween, but we call them Halloween so they don't get sold other than during Halloween times. And that's why we wanted to bring your attention to them, so that you see them. All right.
And hopefully get them.
And hopefully get some. All right. So that's some of the previous year's Halloween kits. So hopefully you like that little recap. And then we're going to start with today's lots. Do we want to start with the kit today?
Maybe.
The new kit? Are we ready for that? Let me think of a series of letters. Let's do R, F, M. Doesn't mean anything, just I know I haven't done that before. Hi, babe. Want to start with it?
Sure.
Okay. RFM1. If anybody's new, let us know, but this is generally to purchase from this video. We'll give you a lot number on a slip of paper. Take down the lot number, send it to us in an email at info@allegorygallery.com. We'll put a price here. That's the price each. We'll put a quantity down in this corner. That's how many we have available at that price. Super easy. If you do send an email, you're promising to take it if you get it, and they are first come, first serve. All right.
There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8 of these. And we'll get you a price as soon as we work it up here. So it starts with this orange and black paddle bead vintage check strand.
Those almost might be antique at this point.
They probably are antique at this point, huh? So you get these.
I thought those were really fun.
These are fun.
More traditional Halloween color.
Yeah. You also get the beautiful Irish waxed linen. So you get a strand of the Irish waxed linen. You get one of the black glass vintage check glass buttons. All glass. Some people don't like when they have metal on the back, I guess.
Some people have allergies.
Yeah, so this is all glass. Vintage check glass button. Then you're going to get an Allegory Gallery fine pewter skull bead in the antique copper. I love the big eyes in this skull bead. And this is drilled top to bottom. Hello, Amanda. Thank you for joining us. So you get that as well. Then Andrew also threw in, Gertie and Andrew threw in these triangle drops in this kind of gunmetal.
It's kind of a bronzy gunmetal.
Bronzy gunmetal. It's really cool. It's got some really cool colors.
It almost reminds me of pyrite a little bit.
It does. It does.
It's not pyrite, it's glass.
Yep. These are vintage or antique check. And then you're also getting these. Hey, Susie, thank you for joining us too.
These ones are contemporary ones.
These are contemporary check glass drop. They are a coin, but it's a top drilled coin.
And sometimes they call these lentils.
Or lentil. And they've got really pretty patterns on them.
That's a Picasso finish.
And that is the kit. What do we want to charge on that, Andrew?
So normally that one orange and black strand would be what? $5.
They're normally, yeah, probably around $6 or so, $5 or $6.
And then how much are the
This is like 3 or 4.
okay.
So like 10, probably 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20-ish. And then the skull. I don't know what the skull is. Was that the let's see here. It's not that one. Oh wait, it is that one. I think it's 250.
Right. So 2250.
Somewhere in there, yep.
So I don't know. Let's do 16.
$16 only. All right. That's RFM. $16. We've got 8 of them available. Really pretty kit. Again,
it's a new one for this year.
This is a brand new one for 2025. New Halloween kit.
You'll again first dibs.
First dibs on that. RFM1, only 8 of them available. First come, first serve. Send us an email with RFM1 in the subject line if you'd like to claim that. I'm going to leave it up for a little bit, huh? I've been taking the kits away so fast.
I know.
I don't know why. Like I can't leave the kit up. We've sold one of these so far, at least. Thank you so much.
I think this is a pretty one.
I love this. Is I think of the 3 so far, I think this is my favorite because I love the browns and reds or oranges, like those colors together. This is a really pretty, even just a fall kit. Like even if you don't use this, like if you take the skeleton out of here, the skull, that's just a really pretty fall kit. So
in case you don't want to be full on Halloween glam,
right?
You can be low key, but also seasonally appropriate.
Right.
Or add more.
Of course, you can always add more. These are inspiration kits. So they are meant to inspire you to use more of your stash. That's the whole point of our inspiration kits. They're not full. I mean, they are. You could make something just with this. But the idea was to have these at a lower price point so that they inspire you to use other things that you may not normally get inspired to use. So pull from your stash, accessorize with it, and have fun.
We originally called these nibblers.
Yeah, we did call them nibblers. No one had a clue.
Like, what the hell is that? And they're like, is that like a appetizer? And I was like, kind of. That's what it was kind of designed as.
Yeah. A little nibble of this, a little nibble of that, right?
And I don't think we sold any of them when we called it
them nibblers. We had we released 4 or 5 of them at once called nibblers.
And people
Yeah. So we changed it to inspiration kits. And now I think other people are using that name. But hey, you know.
I mean, it's not the most wildly creative.
No, but you know. All right. I thought these were fun. Pulled these back out. Was this for the whole thing?
Okay, yeah, but we could sell it by the pair.
Let's do these by the pair. Maybe. If I can get them apart. Okay. So these are vintage plastic earring pairs.
Did we ever finish that Wicked?
Wicked what?
We started watching the musical.
I don't think, did we?
I don't think
we did.
It. We just kind of turned it off.
Got busy. Yeah.
But
So
this is kind of that vibe.
it is that vibe.
Emerald City.
Right? So these are really cool. Vintage plastic.
Use them for Christmas too.
Yep. Christmas,
Halloween.
Halloween.
They're really festive.
They are festive.
They're
Sparkly
a
glitter.
glitter, and the glitter is embedded,
Yeah.
so it's not going to come off.
No, it's not on top or glued on. It is embedded inside. And how much you want to do on these, Andrew?
I could probably do maybe $4 a pair.
$4 a pair. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs available.
And I think we originally were selling them for $5 a pair.
Yeah. So $4 a pair. RFM2. Super fun. I will say that's probably a really good deal. We have some friends who deal in this kind of vintage acrylic earrings and things, and they go for anywhere between $18 to like $28 a pair. So these are just a really good deal. We just have these, and we're willing to let them go at a really great price for you all.
I drove these ones I got in rural North Carolina. We went into this the bead cache of this like cargo crate type situation, and they had it, and I had to go inside, and it was like a gajillion degrees, and I had to dig through a bunch of stuff. But
this is RFM3. We've only got one of these left. These are one of these large shell beads.
I remember that because I asked if they had vegetarian food around them, and they're like, "We have barbecue."
Yeah. And these are 2-hole, beautiful shell. Look at the colors. And these are approximately 32.7 by 46.8 millimeters. Marion says, I turned off Wicked the Musical, although I love the book.
Yeah, it's not for me.
Andrew is not a musical watcher generally.
In theory, I like it.
Hope we sold one of the pairs of earrings. Thank you so much.
Thank you. In theory, conceptually, I like it. In practicality, I don't.
You don't.
I think it's like in theory I like it because of Disney and everybody singing, and that's like ingrained in my childhood. But in practicality, when it seems like they're trying to force the words into the music, it feels like kind of slightly.
They're forcing the music into the story. Like they could just talk. But they've got to break it out into song.
Originally, it was designed when they came out with that book. They sold the rights to it for TV, and they were going to develop a Wicked that wasn't musical. But then they also made, I think they made the musical, and it had that one that sings the "Let It Go," Medina or whatever her name is. And anyway, and Kristen Chenoweth. And so that took off and became like this huge phenomenon, and people like loved it so hard.
Yep.
And so they scrapped the TV show.
That makes sense. All right, next up, we thought these would go really well with some of the Halloween stuff happening right now. These are these black and green dagger triangles. So they're like the ones in this kit, but they're this black and green
Alphaba style.
Alphaba, which also, like, look, goes well with these, and goes well with the first Halloween kit we debuted on Monday. So those could be a good accessory or a good pairing. They're $4.50, RFM4, 11 of them available, $4.50 a strand. Vintage check.
Did you read the new one, Marianne? There's supposed to be a prequel, And then there's another one which is like, I don't know what it is. It's like sequel, but maybe a spin-off series.
Suzanne says, I did get one of the faux Ambler Nibbler kits.
Oh, there you go.
See, one person got a Nibbler kit. Marianne says, not really into musicals, but I like Jesus Christ Superstar, Les Mis, and Phantom of the Opera, though. Diane is here. Hello, Diane. Thanks for joining us. Marianne says, not yet, Andrew. We've just sold a few of the 4s so far. Thank you so much. I'm going to put the first kit away to make room. It is still available. RFM 1, only $16 for all of that goody. Gertie, you're being a good girl now. Gertie, good girl.
She's just chilling.
Sitting in her daddy's lap, hanging
Every
out.
once in a while, she touches his leg.
Yeah, she reaches over. I still know you're there, huh? I still know you're there. Yeah, she's had a big day. First, we went outside for a long time, and she was exploring the yard. Then she came up to the cottage.
They're probably like, what happened to all my stuff? Because we went through and did some aggressive yard work.
Yes.
And we still need to do about 3 or 5 more rounds.
This is great for Halloween, too.
Or autumn.
Or autumn. And this,
or a neutral.
Or a neutral. Let's see. We had this at 24. We're going to make it 18 today. And this is RFM 5. This is a beautiful agate. And it's in these kind of rich, almost carnelian-like colors with some browns and blacks with white.
Faceted.
Kimberly says, wow, those are super pretty.
Okay.
Isn't that beautiful? And they're this like kind of orange and black and white. Perfect for Halloween. Perfect for autumn. However you want to use them. You could make them Halloween. You can make them fall. They go great with your carnelian or your tiger eye beads.
Well, the brown ones are kind of mocha mousse, so I could see that being in a lot of different designs.
Absolutely. Super pretty. Only one strand available of these. 13.7 millimeters.
I know there's a bunch of folk who are focusing on their men's jewelry right now. And that, I think, could be... I mean, anything can be...
Yes. We don't...
But, you know, I think that could be a nice bead for that purpose.
Absolutely.
For a little bit of a chunkier bracelet, maybe.
Yeah, like, I would love this as a bracelet, actually.
Put some spacers, you get 2 bracelets out of it.
Easily 2 bracelets. Or just put 1 or 2 of these on a chain and make it into a pendant. A simple chain pendant. Chain necklace. I think that would be really cool too. Do some wire wrapping with some leather. Put a little head pin, wire wrap it, make a bail, put some leather on it. Done. Lots of ways you could use that. RFM 5, only $18 for that strand. 1 of them available. Let's see here. Gesundheit.
Thanks.
Whoop. RFM 6. Are these? rhodochrosite?
Yeah.
Rhodochrosite twisted tubes, twisted, whatever you want. Oh, hi, Gertie. Beautiful shapes, whatever you want to call them. And beautiful patterns.
Mm-hmm. There's a little bit of green in these.
Yeah.
So pink and green. But muted, not like Technicolor.
No. Suzanne says, bless you, Andrew.
Thank you.
So these are RFM 6, and we've got 2 of them. I'm going to show you both because they're both really pretty. You'll get one or the other if you order these. And these are vintage strands of rhodochrosite. She's calling for her sisters.
For Idabel.
Wondering where her sisters are.
She wants to play with Idabel.
I know. And this is about 10.5 millimeters by 21 millimeters approximately. RFM 6, $16 per strand. Oops, let me get my ruler here. And these are vintage strands at 16-inch strands. Vintage rhodochrosite, 2 strands available. Also great for the autumn.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to pull some autumn stuff for y'all. What you doing, Gertie? You can't go up there. You can't go up on the table. Not right now. We're showing things, Gertie. All right. RFM 7. Let's see what we've got next for you all. Let's see, what price you want to do on those, Andrew?
And Black Spinel.
Black Spinel.
Could do them for 30.
They were 45.
34 maybe?
34. Susan says, I keep hearing Gertie and think it's my neighbor's missing cat. Start to head out to look for her before I realize it's Gertie. Oh, that's a shame they're missing their cat. Oh, I've only got 1 of these. I thought there were 2 in there. This is RFM 7. These are black spinel faceted shield beads.
Those would be great for Halloween jewelry.
Right? They almost kind of look like teeth. Could be like vampire teeth. Nice dagger drops. Beautiful for Halloween. Nice black spinel. They've got that heavier quality to them. And these shield are really popular as far as shapes, and we don't get them very often. 16.5 millimeters.
It's a newer shape.
By 11.5 millimeters. 1 strand only. It is about a 6-inch strand of black spinel faceted shields. Was 45. Andrew's bringing it down to 34 for you all. 1 strand only. Black spinel.
Yeah, the ones, I think the first time I saw it was 2020. Before everything got shut down.
The shields?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to put these away. These are RFM 2. If anybody wants a pair of these, that's a really good price. I'm just saying. For the $4 a pair for earrings. Vintage plastic. Vintage acrylic. Like I said, we have friends who specialize in those, and they are not $4 a pair. So that's an extra special deal for you all. We've got 1 of these left. These were really popular with us. We've only got the 1 in this color left in the shell. 1 of those available, RFM 3. And we've still got some RFM 4s available. We have sold some of those. Those are the black and green triangular daggers in vintage check glass. And they're only $4.50. Great for Halloween. Matches a lot of the Halloween kits we've been doing. And then I'm going to move this here, move this over here. 5, 6, and 7 still available. I'm surprised 5 is still available with how well that would work for Halloween. RFM 8. These are cool rounds. These, let's see, this was $6 for the lot. Let's bring it down to 4. Whoa. Come on. There we go. These are super cool. I love this gray and black. It's almost like it has a metallic look to it. And I think these are ceramic. And you get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of those for only $4. Again, really cool. Like, pair them with the black spinel. That'd be really nice together. But they're just a nice neutral.
Let me see one. I think they're glass.
Think they're glass?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I think these are glass.
Glass, Andrew says.
Survey says glass.
And you get all of them for only $4. RFM 8.
They do look like ceramic though.
Mm-hmm.
But what it is they started with a white base and then put the top on top.
And RFM 8 has just sold, so thank you so much. We'll take those right back off of there.
I may have to go to the house to get my allergy pills.
Oh. You're feeling it?
Correct.
Gertie, you gonna go with him?
Yeah, I think so.
Heading back home.
She can report back her adventures.
Everybody's leaving me.
Maybe we'll watch in the car.
Okay,
come on, girl.
Okay, bye everybody. Bye. Bye, baby.
Mwah. He's talking about Birdie, not me.
RFM 9.
Who's that nice Birdie?
RFM 9 are a series of religious medallions, medals, charms. And it starts with this one. Gertie needs her Ida bell, right? And we also have these. So you get all of these, all 5 of them, in this lot for $10. And these are marked, I believe they're marked Italy. And those are RFM 9, $10 for the lot of those. All right, let me put away some of these larger ones here. going to put away RFM5. Susan says, hello, AG Bead fam. I'm late. Had errands to do. Watch the replay for the lots I missed. Thank you, Susan, for being here. Yeah, we did the recap of some of the previous year's Halloween kits so far. We did the brand new Halloween kit for today. And then we're up to lot number 9 right now. And Andrew, you missed Gertie as well. Gertie just went home with Andrew to. Andrew had to get his medication, the allergy pills. He forgot to take them, and he was in bad shape with those. His allergies are really getting to him today. I'm also going to put away the rhodochrosite. We've got 2 strands of that, $16 a strand, RFM 6. We've got the black spinel shields, 1 strand of those, down from $45. Andrew reduced it down to $34 for you all, RFM 7. And 8 sold, so RFM 9 is this series of religious medals and charms, pendants for $10. RFM 10. Let's see here. This is a little kit that Andrew put together. We had it at 24. I'm going to drop it down to 20, even though I shouldn't, because it's worth 24 easily. But this is, you get a piece of turquoise, this turquoise round. So you get that, and that is 18 millimeters. And then you get these 2 vintage strands. So you get a vintage strand of, this is a synthetic turquoise, or it's a dyed howlite is really what it is. And it's a really nice strand of faux turquoise, but it looks really good. And it's faceted drop. It's a vintage strand. And then you get this strand of the vintage coral drops. And we have only one of these left. And bringing it down from $24 down to $20 for you all. I mean, that's pretty much like $10, what, $10 a strand, and then the free turquoise is pretty much what that is, which is a little bit ridiculous, but that is just trying to get rid of that one of those left. And that's RFM 10. RFM 10. RFM 11. Ooh, how many of these do I have? Okay, I've got 2 strands of this. And let's see, we had these at 55. We've once reduced to 45. I'm just going to go down to 38. And this is the lowest possible price. This is not a forever price. This is like a get it now kind of price. If you love these and you've been waiting, this is the lowest price I'm going to be able to ever give on these. RFM 11. These are ametrine. And these are big, beautiful ametrine beads. And these are really nice in that you're seeing a lot of the yellow color with the purple in the same bead. So lots of like citrine with the amethyst. We've got the hue of the yellow with the amethyst in there. Ametrine beads. And right now, one time only, $38 a strand, down from $55. The lowest we've ever done on these is $45, so that's quite a discount. Ametrine large faceted nuggets. Stunning vintage beads. Large pieces. And 2 strands available of those. $38 a strand. They keep wanting to tie themselves up though. Let's see here. There we go. Ametrine. Susan says, a rare event is happening. Phil the Fidget is demanding pets. That's sweet. Very sweet. And that's RFM 11. And these beads, they're all different sizes, but I'll give you the sizing of one. It's about 15 millimeters by about 27 and a half. RFM 11. All right. And let's see here. What do I have next? I love these. RFM 12. We had these at 12. I'm going to bring them down to 10. And that's the lowest I can go on these. This is a whole lot of these ceramic beads. And these are these ceramic discs in this kind of gunmetal glaze, which I think is really, really pretty. And you get all of these for now $10. RFM 12, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 discs for $10, 50 cents only a disc. They're about 20 millimeters. They're all a little different. They're all handmade, but about 20 millimeters. And thickness wise, they're about 4. Susan said those are cool. They're very cool. I don't see these very often. I believe these are a vintage artisan bead. I don't know. I don't think we have any more of these. And that's it. and they're super cool, and they'd go really well with all this Halloween stuff. So there they are. One lot available, RFM 12. All right, let me put the black spinel away. Nobody has grabbed that one. That's $34, down from $45. And I wanted to see something real quick. Let me see. Trying to find. So I was trying to see if the shields, our friend Cindy had made that necklace, and I couldn't remember if she used the ruby and zoisite shields or not, but I think she used, it was a slightly different shape, but they would still work very similarly. If you saw in the Design Challenge group, what she made with me when she came in came into the store the other day, she made a really cool necklace and then a bracelet that matched. And that was on a strand that was similar to the shape of those shields. Okay, let's get back here. Okay, and then I'm going to put the RFM 9 away. Those are the religious medallions and pendants. Got 5 of those available, $10 for those. And let me move these down. And move these down. Let's see here. RFM 13. Let's see. We had this at 10. Let's do it at 8. $8. Let's see if I've got more than one in here. If this is just that's a long strand. This is a really pretty shell strand. RFM 13. The camera keeps tipping. Okay. These are shell coins. Beautiful colors. Nice thin coins. One strand only, $8. It's a vintage strand. And 18 millimeters approximately for the coins. Thickness on those is about 3 millimeters thick. RFM 13, 1 available. I'm going to take a drink. One moment, everybody. Okay. Ooh. Let me go ahead and put away this little kit. It still remains unsold, RFM 10. This kit of the turquoise, the faux turquoise, and the coral. And that was $20, RFM 10. And I'm going to put the ametrine away. Beautiful ametrine, $38 only per strand. 2 strands available. Large, beautiful beads on there to use as pendants or bracelet focals. And I'm going to move these over because I love these. And I'm going to move these over. I think these could be really cool together if you like stacked these or put some spacers in between them and do a pink on black kind of look with the shell. And these, they're just about the same size. And I think that, I guess you couldn't do them that way though, could you? You could do them that way, but that would be harder to do that way. I don't know. I have to think about that. I'd have to think about that because I always think about things like we could easily drill those, but not everybody could drill those. It may not be as easy for everybody. Let's see here. RFM14. Let's do these cheap for y'all. RFM14. These are shell pendants. You get both of them for $4 only. $4 for the pair. You could dangle things from these holes if you wanted to. There's no other hole through them as far as like through here or down through. It's just these holes that you see here. But you could use those in a multitude of ways. Light enough for earrings. You could use them as a pendant. RFM14, $4 only. RFM 15. These were $14, bringing them down to $10 for you all. Some more shell. For those of you who aren't quite done with summer yet, these are really beautiful, almost pristine white shells. I feel like it's rare to have shells that are this white. And these are really pretty and super duper light. Drilled through for you already. And they sound good too. Right? I like that. Beautiful shells. You get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 shells for $10. Only $1 a shell. Really beautiful. 1 strand available. Vintage strand. The shells themselves are about 21.5 by 28 millimeters. I just realized I didn't give you the size on these. These are about 40.7, so about 41 millimeters. Did I give you the size on these? About 18.2. It's about 18 millimeters. And RFM16. Many of you may know, you've heard the news, our friend Ava is coming to visit us in September 17th and 18th. We are doing a virtual trunk show with Ava Motherwell, and she's bringing the Ava Motherwell collection with beautiful Italian and German resin beads like these. So this is a group from her selection. These were $8. We're going to leave them at $8. And these are these kind of twisted knots, which I love these. I think these are super cool. I think this would make a super cool bracelet if you just chain these together, jump ring them together, or if you seed bead, you could do seed beaded loops and loop these together. I think that'd be really cool. $8 for that. But she will be bringing her collection, and we'll be doing a virtual trunk show with her on the 17th and 18th. You will have to tune in live pretty much. There may be chances for rewatching on the 17th, but she has to leave early morning on the 19th. So there won't be much time. She'll have to pack up right after the show on the 18th. So you'll want to watch, if you can, as quickly as possible, and watch us live if you can. That's going to be on each day at 3 p.m. Eastern Time on the 17th and 18th. She's doing her road trip. I believe we are one of, if not the only, virtual trunk show that she's doing. So if you can't see her in person, we are going to be the place that you can get her goods during her road trip. So we hope you'll tune in and hang out with us. And please, that event is on Facebook, and we also scheduled it on YouTube. We appreciate if you would share that with your friends to help us all get the word out. Because remember, when you do virtual trunk shows with us, you're not only helping us, but you're helping another small business or a small creator get seen by the world, and hopefully make some money and continue in business, right? So it helps not just us, but others as well. And this time it will help Ava. And we're really happy to be able to partner with her again. And we can only partner when these things work out well for everybody. So we appreciate all the shares, we appreciate all the support when we do these. The more of that we get, the more people we can work with, and hopefully bring you more virtual trunk shows. Let's see, 16 has just sold. Thank you so much. It's the first one in a while. Y'all haven't been. Me and Gertie must not have picked too well today. RFM 17. But we appreciate all of your support. We know not every day has everything everybody needs or likes, right? It's like that some days. Suzanne says it's so important to shop small these days. It really, really is. Yes. If you want your small businesses to stay, it's incredibly important to shop small. We know you all know that. Some people aren't realizing that quite yet, the importance of shopping small and keeping your small businesses around in the times that we're in right now. And, I've been watching news, and I don't like to bring up too much of the news. I'm going to do these at a really great price, too. There have been a few communities where some large big box stores have decided that it is just not worth their energy and their time to be there anymore. So after they've run out all the small businesses, all the small grocery stores, all the smaller farmers and farm stands, these big box stores come in with their either grocery or goods, and if the business isn't there, they make these very quick business decisions to pull out of these small little communities. And a lot of times these little communities lose their entire, their entire access to groceries. And that's, losing access to your food supply is not great. But, if you continue to support your small businesses and your small grocers and your little bodegas and your shops that are near you, in your bead stores and your craft stores and, all those things, and tell the big box stores you don't want them there, you would rather support your small local businesses, these kind of things happen less. And I think it's really important these days that we keep that in mind. I know Andrew and I, we try and shop with our local stores as much as possible. Suzanne says, even in New Orleans, there are grocery deserts. Yeah, it's really not, it's not easy. These are quartz drops. These are beautiful vintage strands of these quartz drops. There are a lot of drops on here, and they are RFM 17. They're only $12 a strand, and I've got 2 of them. Look how many drops are on there. Lots, lots and lots. And these are generally, let's see, this is about a middle size on this strand. They're around 18.5 millimeters. Some are a little smaller, some are a little bigger. Susan says, many of those big box stores demand some combination of financing and tax rebates, which actually drains more money from the communities. It's true. It's really true. If they don't get it, they, if they don't get what they expect they're going to get, they leave. And your small businesses and your small local businesses, they don't do that. They are in it for the community. They do things like we have our store. We don't have to have a physical store, believe me. Our physical store does not generate a lot of income for us, I will say that, but we have it because we believe that it is a necessary thing to have craft stores in communities, and that people will, once they find us and once they realize that we're there, they will want to come and make things together and get to know their community. We believe in the power of that, in the power of community. And that's why we're there. We are not there, believe me, we're not there for tax rebates. We're not there for any of that because we don't get that. What we get from it is a great sense of community, and that's what keeps us going. Let's see here. Susan says, same here in the poor areas of St. Louis. There are virtually no large chain grocery stores on the north side. Yeah, that's the thing. And hopefully you still have some of the small grocers that haven't been run out of business by the larger chains that have just decided to pull out. It's a terrible thing. Sandra says, that's true about shopping at small businesses. Even for my repairs to my AC, I chose a family business rather than a big business. Great. Thank you for doing that. We try and do the same thing anytime we have any kind of repairs around us. We really try hard to support the small local businesses if we can, if there's somebody around to help us repair things and do things. Susan, the same with our new dishwasher. We chose a family business. That's awesome. Thank you for doing that. From one small business about another. We all really do appreciate that. All right, this is RFM 18. And these are these awesome green daggers. Susan says, I also try and support the bead and gem shows so they don't disappear. Yes, that's a big thing. A lot of bead shows, a lot of artisan makers, because the bead shows started to die out, We have a harder time getting artisan beads. That's why we like to do trunk shows with people, because a lot of the shows died out, so artisan makers stopped going to shows, and they're starting to come back around, and more people are starting to do them again. But you know, it's not easy. You got to support what you like as best as you can. Sandra says, when I was doing local SEO, I saw the impact it had on small businesses. Oh yeah, yep. Amanda says, sadly, the last close 30 minutes bead store to me has gone online only. Yeah, we 100% could go online only. We do not, we do, you know, we just moved our store, but even before we moved it, the in-store purchases made it so that if we went online only, we probably would have saved money. To be 100% honest with you, we probably would have been ahead if we closed our physical store down. But we decided that at the moment, right now, we could move and hopefully rebuild that in a larger area, and hopefully keep a physical bead store around this area instead of closing and going online only. So, you know, we are doing the thing that most people are not doing. Most people are cutting their losses and closing. We are trying to do the opposite. And while it's not generating much income at all, we are trying to keep our physical store open because we believe in the power of community, and we believe that it's worth having a store where people can come to and actually, you know, make things. Because if we close, you know, that's just one more bead store that's gone online only. And while, yes, it would save us time, it would save us resources, it would save us probably money in the long run. It would save us, you know, a little bit of, you know, brain power from trying to keep everything going and keep everything organized. But to us, it's super important to, you know, at the moment, stay open as best as we can and keep things going. These are these beautiful triangles, a little bit larger strand, $6 for the strand. These are this bright green color. If you wanted to add some bright green, either for summer, still good for summer, or great for some of the Halloween kits as well. Let's see here. Susan says, I'm really not certain there is a local bead shop here. Yeah, there aren't many. Unfortunately, there are not many around. So we'll see if we can keep ours going. You know, you never know. We're looking at other things that we can do. We may expand ours to include more crafts that we sell and partner with people. You never know what we're going to do. But we still are not getting rid of the beads for sure. This is a Lamport glass bead. RFM 19 was $28, now $22. Suzanne says we have one, just one. Yeah, one in all of New Orleans, right? Which is astounding to me. But I don't know. I'm trying to think. We are the one in our area, and I don't think there's another one for at least an hour to an hour and a half. I believe one of the ones in Pittsburgh is still available, is still open, and that's an hour and a half away or so. One way. If you go the other way, I don't know if there's one until you get closer to Philadelphia. It's a hard thing. It's a hard thing. But we do it for the love of what we do. 32 millimeters. Suzanne says, however, we have 9 indie bookstores. We do have a number of indie bookstores here. We are lucky about that too. We do have a number of those. All right, let me put some of these away to make room on the mat for more things. Sandra says, good news, the AC people just called. They'll be around 1 p.m. tomorrow. Nice. Sally says, I'm going to Newark in September for a wedding, looking for a bead store there and not finding anything on the internet. Yeah, we aren't kidding when we say bead stores are few and far between these days. It's harder and harder and harder to find them. They're just not. More and more are closing. It's harder to stay open. Like I said, we could easily go online, and it's easier to just have the online to run. Everything can be a little bit more streamlined. You don't have to spend your day in a location, right? You don't have to worry about customers coming in, being rude if some are, there's all that stuff that tips sometimes toward the closing down of the store. And we're not there. We don't want to be there. We don't want to be where there's no places to make crafts anymore, and there's no places to go like that anymore. So we're working hard on our end to try to keep everything going. And that's why we're very thankful for all of you out there, because your purchases do help keep all of that going. They don't just help keep these lives going and help keep, the things we show you here and the online side of things going. Just because you all are doing this virtually with us, it all also helps keep the physical store going. And keeping a physical store in a town where there probably isn't one for about another hour to an hour and a half away. All right, we have RFM 20. And these are these little check glass vintage leafy beads. And these are in this kind of blue and purpley red berry color. It's kind of a berry color, blue and berry. Check glass leaf beads. Multiple strands available. Let me put an M on there. I'd have to check and see. Also on this one, multiple strands available. Susan says, Sandra, it sounds spoiled, but our dark brick home is not livable without AC during the worst summer heat and humidity. Sandra says, yep, when I was in Miami, we had a fantastic bead store in Fort Lauderdale, but they had to close because they hiked the rent so high during COVID. Yeah, that was that happens too, 100%. Let's see here. We sold one of the 18s. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. And these we had at 15. I'm going to drop them down to 12. Let's see. How many of these do I have? These are really pretty. I have 8 of these available. These are garnets. They're one of these vintage garnet strands. We've got these in all different shapes at one point. And these ones remind me of little houses. They look like a house, but they're super cute. And these are beautiful garnet strands. And I've got 8 strands available at $12 a strand only. RFM 21. Suzanne says, and with tariffs going into effect, not good. No, it is not going to be better. We can tell you, we know who's paying those tariffs. And it is not the countries with the tariffs on them. It will be the customer. It is the customer. It's already happening. Everything will be passed along. As a small business, we can guarantee that's the way it works. This is RFM 22. Sandra says, oh, I have those. They're lovely. The garnets, yes, they are. They're a really nice color. They're a really rich color. And they're really pretty style. These are hematite rounds. Hematite rounds, you get the whole bag of them. They are about 7.5 millimeter hematite rounds. And they're $10 for the bag. $10 for the bag. 2 bags available. Sandra says, I hope you don't get beads from Europe, UK. They can't ship to us anymore. We used to. So, things are changing. We are not going to be importing a lot of beads ourselves anymore. We used to import from the Czech Republic directly. We are definitely not doing that at this moment. So there's going to be, we would probably have to double the price of everything if we imported, from what we're hearing from our friends. So if your Czech glass starts to go up by 1.5, 2 times or more of their pricing, don't be surprised. Because those are the kind of prices we're starting to hear about from people. And some people can get away with that for a while with not doing it, but if this keeps up, it's going to be very, very, very difficult. Sanders says they can't ship to the United States anymore. I'm hoping that goes away. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens in the world, right? That's why we're lucky, because we have our large cache of beads and supplies and things that we can work from, and we can keep the prices low. So that's what we're doing. So that's why when you shop with us, that's why these prices, that's why these garnets are $12 and not $24 or more. That's why, because we have them. We've had them since before all of this. But once we have to start importing, or once we have to start doing more of that, and once our suppliers have to start doing more of that again, we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's hopefully things change before we have to worry about that. Suzanne says, who can afford those prices? Not talking about the prices you are posting, but the increase. I know. Says, I'd express what I really think Susan says about the tariff situation, about to get banned for a potty mouth keyboard, right? Sanders says, I'm really thinking about getting some more of 21. They're so beautiful. They're a little hard to work with because the holes are small, but the beauty always outweighs the time to string them. Yeah, they are small, right? That is they're a vintage strand. They're a tiny hole, but they are really pretty. This is a pendant Andrew did in soft solder. It's an agate. And Andrew did this. It's super lightweight. Beautiful agate, soft soldered pendant by Andrew. $16. One of those available. All right, these are an antique check glass strand. This was 26. I'm going to bring it down to 20. This is the biggest reduction on this ever. And this is a beautiful antique check glass strand with this AB coated kind of root beer color. And it's a really large strand of antique check. It's a 12-inch strand. Was $26, now $20. One strand available. And these are approximately 14 millimeters by about 7. 14 by 7. Standard says what is 22? That's hematite. 7.5 millimeter hematite rounds for $10 for the whole bag. 2 of them available. I'm gonna put 19 away. That's this lampwork glass for $22. Great for fall, I think. Nice fall colors, that nice yellow color. I'm also going to put 20 away. These are these leafy check glass. Sanders says, "Say what? This fabulous." Yeah, it's real hematite. We're not fooling you. $10 a bag. RFM 20 are these. I know. I told you we've got good deals. We've always got good deals for you all. But still 2 of them available. Nobody's jumping on those. Sometimes I think we give such good deals all the time that people don't realize that they are like actually really exceptionally good deals. If you only watch us, maybe you're spoiled, right? If you don't watch other people or see other things out there, we probably spoil people a lot because a lot of this stuff is vintage or from our collection, and we can price it from old pricing, not modern pricing. These are these garnets. These are all really good deals. All right. Suzanne says, "Oh, I know these are great deals." Thank you. Sandra says, "You spoil us, William." Right? We try to. It's amazing price on hematite, says Sandra. We do try. We try our best. It's a, it's a relationship. We give you good deals. Hopefully you continue purchasing from us. And, it keeps things going. Hopefully. That's the idea. If you liked the agate that we had before, this is another beautiful strand of agate. Let's see, we just sold one of the 21s and one of the 22s. Thank you so much. So we've got one 22 available, and we still have 7 of the 21s available. Thank you, thank you. We appreciate that. I have to do this one at this price because I think, let me check. What did I do? Well, this one's bigger though. I can't give you much off of this because we already started the price low. But this is another one of these beautiful agate or bead strands, and beautiful for autumn. It's these kind of red and purpley gray colors with the brown. Beautiful agate strand. Was $24, dropping that down to $22. We just sold the other 22 3 times over. So some of y'all got that 22. Thank you so much. Some of y'all missed out. Thank you for that. I've only got the 2 bags of that. Beautiful RFM 25. Look at that. Suzanne's heading to get ready to teach class. Have a good night. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, Suzanne. Have a great class. Sandra asked, did I get 22? Sandra, you missed out on 22. Missed out on it. Sorry. After all the talking about such a good deal, you encouraged others to grab it and you missed out on it. And these are about 16.5 millimeters by 11.5. Susan said those are so pretty. Aren't they pretty? Super duper pretty. 1 strand only, $22 for the strand. Gorgeous colors for fall. Diane says, did I get a 22? You did, Diane. You got a 22. Whoop, whoop. That's not Gertie either. That's me. RFM 26 coming up. Let's do this at a, this was 18. Let's make it 12. Okay, I'm going to put the garnets away. We've only sold 1 strand of the garnets at $12. Only 1 strand. Putting those away. And I'm going to put the 22s away since they are sold. Thank you. And we're going to move the 23 down here. That's the pendant by Andrew Thornton. It's an artisan made pendant in the soft solder. Andrew used to soft solder a long time ago. A lot of people don't know that. There's our lucky penny. And this is RFM 25. RFM 26 was $18. We're going to drop it down to 12 for you all. And this is just a beautiful agate strand. $12 only. Look at those pretty colors. And the size on this, these are 6.5 millimeters. 6.5 millimeter agate. Nice, beautiful fall colors. Great for bracelets at that size. 6.5 millimeters. 1 strand only available. RFM 26. Oh, we just sold 2 more of the 21s. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. We appreciate that. Those are the garnets. Remember, once those garnets are gone, they are gone. At $12, they are a steal. RFM 27. And I put some things in here thinking Andrew was going to be here to help me, and he left me, so I don't know what all of these are, so I'm going to have to skip some of these things today. Okay, let's move on to these. These are vintage check. And these are vintage check leaves, $4.50. Beautiful vintage check leaves. These are drops. Like, I think these might be hard to pair with because there's such a size difference. But look how pretty. Like, if you took like one of these and dropped some of these leaves from them and made a pair of earrings from that, like that would be super pretty together. But gorgeous color in these. RFM 27, $4.50 each. Oh, we sold RFM 5. Thank you so much. That's the RFM 5 is this agate strand, the orange and black from before. Thank you so much. We still have RFM 25 available. Oh, no, we do not. RFM 25 has just sold. Thank you, thank you. It's a really good deal on those. It's the lowest price we've ever offered that at. I'm going to put that away. Since that is now sold, thank you so much. Let's see here. RFM 28. We sold one of the 27s. Thank you so much. We still have multiples of those available. Oh, we sold another 27. Thank you so much. These are... I'm not sure what kind of glass. If these are Japanese... These are vintage glass. And they're $8 for 4 of them. I don't think they're Japanese at that price, but something's telling me. I don't know for certain. They're a vintage glass, but they're really beautiful drops. Kimberly says, I just noticed that I transposed my email for RFM8. Did you count it or did I miss out? I always count, even if you all get the letters completely wrong. If they're like, you could write MRF today and I would still probably count it because I know what it's like to try to type all this fast with these weird letters in the autocorrect. So as long as it's during the live, and that just so all of you know, if it's during the live, not in a replay, and it's kind of in line with everything, most likely I'm not even going to care too much about what order the letters are in, because I know autocorrect does wild things. So I really just look at the number. So if you mess up the number, that's where you need to send me an email and be like, I messed up the number. But if you mess up the letters, as long as they're somewhat close, or like, because it might autocorrect this to REM in autocorrect, or do weird things. I don't even, I don't stand by that too fiercely. I mainly just kind of, as long as it's in numerical order or it's close to these letters, I'm going to pretty much assume that's what you meant to send me. So, and I will count it as if it came in first. It doesn't have to be exact. And I always do that because I don't want people to miss out because autocorrect did something wild, right? Let's see, RFM 29. This is another kit that Andrew put together, and I think it's really nice. He only put $16 on this. I can't go lower than that. This is RFM 29. You get this baggie of pearls. So this is probably a good, probably third of a strand at least of vintage pearls in these ringed green vintage pearls. And then you get this strand of the vintage check glass leaves. And then you get this strand of vintage check glass leaves. So you get this whole thing for $16. I can't go any lower. I I always like to if I can, but that's a really good deal right there, because these are really long strands of check glass. This is a 6-inch strand of vintage check. This one is even longer. This is a 12-inch strand of vintage check, and then you get the vintage pearls. So you get that whole kit, $16, RFM 29. Only one of them. That's it. That was a one-off that he made. All right, let me put 23 away. Let's make some room on the board here. And we just sold 29. Thank you so much. Oops, I got to speed up here a little bit because I've got to go soon, and Andrew's not back. I thought he'd be coming back. Yeah, I thought maybe he would take his allergy pill and come back, but it doesn't look like he is. So I'm going to start to, maybe we'll just, since I'm at 29, maybe I'll stop at 30 because I've got to head to my class soon. Maybe we'll go to like 35. We'll do like 35. I'm going to put this away. Nobody grabbed 26. Let me check. No. That agate? Beautiful agate. 6.5 millimeter. Great size. Only $12. Put these in order. Make sure I don't get out of order here. I'm going to move 27 over here. Move 28, these beautiful glass beads, vintage glass collection. And 29 is sold, so I'm going to put 29 away. What do I do? I just used that bag. Let me find another bag. Multiple people tried to get 29. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We sold one of the 28s just now. Thank you so much. We still have one lot of 28 available. It's the vintage glass. Okay, I'm going to give you a really good deal on a piece of lamp work. This was $32. I'm going to bring it down to $22. Was 32, now 22. If anybody's interested, it's great for this season. Beautiful colors. It's similar to one we had yesterday, but this one has more of, I think, the metallics in the body. The other one had more metallics in the dots here. This has more of kind of that metallic in the body. Beautiful bead for autumn. Like, imagine that with your autumn necklaces. Stunning bead. Beautiful lampwork glass. Really worth $32. That's probably the price it should be at the lowest. 28 by 41 millimeters, dropping it down $10 to $22 only. RFM 30. And let's see what else we have here. This, I believe, this is earthenwood. She does not make beads anymore. But this is a ceramic bead. And this is $8. Artisan made ceramic. Well, pendant. It's not really a bead, right? Pendant or charm. And RFM 31. It's this beautiful leaf. One of them available. $8. And this is 26.5 by 27.5 millimeters. One of those available. Here's the penny, by the way. We just sold RFM 3, unless you meant 30. Somebody just sent me RFM 3. I need to know if you meant 30 or if you really meant 3, because it came up around the time of 30. 3 is still available. It's the shell bead. Okay, meant 31. All right, let me get rid of this. So 31 has sold. Thank you so much. These were $24. I'm going to bring this down to how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Let's bring it down to 18. RFM 32 are these lampwork glass rondelles, and you get 5 of this style and 2 smaller blue rondelles. And these ones are around 12 millimeters. Let me see. This one's around 11, so 11 to 12 millimeters for the larger. And the smaller ones are about 7.5. So RFM 32, this was a set, and they were 24, doing them for $18. $18 today only. That's a special price for today only. I'm going to put 31 away since that one has sold. Thank you, thank you. And this is RFM 32. Are these lampwork beads. Let me try and turn one up on its side so you can see what that looks like. There we go. Oops, somebody just grabbed 30 as well. Thank you so much. 30 is now sold out. Somebody's jumping on that special price too. That's an amazing bead for $22. Thank you, thank you. Let's move these over. And these are antique check. They were 14 a strand. I'm going to drop them down to 10 a strand. The lowest we've ever done is 12. These are antique check glass. Beautiful, this kind of gray-green color. I love this color. And these beads are approximately 5.5 millimeters, and they're thinner too. So by about 3.5, by lengthwise of about 13.5. There are 2 strands of these available. RFM 33. Beautiful color. It's a really odd, I don't want to say odd because that makes it sound bad, but it's a different color. It's kind of a gray-green color, and I love it so much. RFM 33. We've sold one of the 33s so far. Thank you so much. We've got 1 strand left. I have a small lot here of David Christensen furnace glass. This is David Christensen furnace glass. You've got kind of this rainbow flower with these 2 beads. Another one of these disc beads. Really pretty collection. Whoa. Normally this goes for about $16 for that. I'm going to drop it down to 10. $10 for the collection of David Christensen furnace glass. That's usually sold by the gram, which is why that may look expensive. Because it is. It generally is. We sell it often way too cheap. But, you know, if we get a good deal, so do you all. That's how we've always done it. That's how we've always done this. I'm going to put 28 away. There's still 1 of the 28s available. This is the green glass at $8. Oh, come back here. And let me move this over. Move this over. We still have 1 of the 33s. The 32 is still available. And I just put out the 34. 34 is still available. Whoa! I definitely don't want to drop any of that because that's expensive little glass. Right there. Trying to stand that up so you can all see. I don't know if you can anyway. Let's see here. Let's find a few more things. This is RFM 35. This was $9. Bring it down to 7 for you all. This is some larger check glass. This is 8 large check glass beads in kind of this rose quartz color. And these beads are about 15.5 millimeters. Beautiful large check glass beads. And these would go really well with some of these. If any of you all grabbed, for example, this Halloween kit that we showed you that had those, excuse me, that had the pink givre and the pink saucer beads, like look how amazingly well those would go with that. So you could add that into your mix. We had that pink Halloween kit. And then we also had this other one that we showed the other day. With this Halloween kit, and they would go really well with that as well. So those are with the, this is the synthetic strawberry quartz one. And that's RFM 35. And I think I'm going to pause there today at 35 because I have to get ready for my pottery class, y'all. So I think that's a good leaving off point. So thank you all so much for hanging out with us today. We really do appreciate it, and we appreciate all of your support. If you have any questions, as always, send us an email, info@allegorygallery.com, and we'll do our best to answer when we can. And that's it, y'all. So we'll be back here tomorrow, back to 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to go to my pottery class and continue making some of those little dishes. So if anybody's interested in those little dishes, that's what I'll be working on today. And hopefully we'll get some of those done. We'll see how far I get. So thank you all so much. Have an amazing rest of your day. I hope you all are getting some good weather like we are. And we'll see you back here tomorrow. All right. Have a great night, everyone. Bye now.